Time to disband, Legate? You will always be a warrior at heart. Now it's time to be a citizen.
Good morning, Domine. You certainly took your time today. Funerals are awkward and Fortunately, there are a lot of mundane, everyday tasks for you to take care of today. We have some outstanding debts. Oh, and the mourners, they require their due payment. Additionally, one of them has severely injured herself during the funeral. She is in need of medical attention. As you wish. A slight understatement. But the rights need to be officially transferred before we... A wise choice. It is boar season, we should buy a few and keep them in stock. Flavius says the mussel harvest was pretty good too, if you fancy seafood. Last but not least, I can order a variety. It will prove to be a good investment. You haven't? That's bizarre. Well, they have brought it to the study. We shall inspect the item. Perhaps it was intended for someone else. I'll bring a generous amount to give us some room for negotiation.
Do you need me?
Statius
Excuse me.
an amphora full of olive oil in the triclinium. Oh, that boy will be the death of me.
Have a nice day.
Is everything well, dear? Do you try to purchase all of the women you encounter? Really? What's the current going rate for an arrogant Roman legatus these days? That's a stretch. But sure, if it's money you're after, this is a friendly visit. After all of the things we've been through, I thought you would like the opportunity to establish a more solid relationship. Over some food, perhaps? But this...
One of the mourners arrived, Cineros. They still want their... Oh. Who is this? You... What now? Why didn't you tell me? I'm sorry, Your Majesty. I simply wasn't informed. Does she understand our language? Of course she does. The place is a mess. Cineros, we need to go to the marketplace immediately. Tell the cooks I'll be instructing them today. Our guest is a queen. The feast should be royal. I shall make a list of all the guests.
That is quite unnecessary. I would prefer to have a private conversation.
You don't want to eat? That is out of the question. A full...
I would not turn down your hospitality, but I'd rather have a private...
But of course. Forgive my foolishness. Whatever you wish, Your Highness.
I don't know. What should we do? I'd rather not. I do not enjoy crowds. I cannot wait.
Stable master had 2 horses in need of new...
Your mother is a bit tense. Are all Roman women like that? People do tend to panic in my presence. But you are different, aren't you? The rich revere. The poor panic. This is a nice place. I like your little garden. I do miss our sunsets, though. Do you miss the desert? Indeed. Why do you think that should be the case? If the sun races to the end of the world, does it wait to put on a different show in every land? A poetic soul. You are full of surprises. Shall we continue this conversation over dinner? I am famished. That was terrible in every single way that could possibly be expressed. You mean to say it's my fault? I suppose it is. The wine is great, though. This has been an interesting encounter. I've had a lovely night, but I'm afraid I have to retire now. Thank you for all the things you have done for me. Best of luck to you.
Do you need me?
Our personal supply of killer of dogs is almost depleted. Shall I send...
We are being summoned to appear at the court. You have committed a criminal offense. Or both things can... Or perhaps you... It is best if you find yourself near the forum, you should talk to the magistrate. Indeed, she is. That is, Cleopatra is like... Despite all of our efforts, those who have great...
Domine.
Salve. I see you're on your way out. Glad I caught you. I wish I could say I was just dropping by for a cordial visit. However, I was in fact asked to come here by your friend. Julia Callida has got herself into a great deal of trouble, and she has beseeched me to lend her. I told her I would represent her as a favor to you, if you are willing to owe. For reasons that will become apparent, your friend is... Please meet us there today, and she will explain the details of her predicament.
Egypt has a queen now. You think that
Is your back giving you trouble? My wife is a trained
hurt.
masseuse.
She is said to be greatly beloved.
My cousin was at Alexandria,
Well,
you know.
As long as
On one
the
of Italia's
grain
Lurko's ships.
You look like you've been sleeping
How did they
poorly.
manage to take the
Is
city?
something wrong?
The ships
It's kind of you to ask.
Finally! Macaster, I was starting to think you wouldn't.
That's right, you told me last time we met.
There he is, the man of the hour.
I need your help. They will kill me. I need someone to defend me at the court tomorrow.
So sorry.
It's a long story. What do you want to know? Feels like a lifetime ago. Before I joined the Legion, not by choice, but I was pretty, I guess, and that represented a political opportunity for my father. He never liked the fact that I was interested in men's things. He thought marriage would, in his words, tame me. As if I'm a wild animal needing to be domesticated. It's not that easy. No matter how far I try to run, my past keeps catching up with me. Julius Calidus is a warrior of renown in the Legion, and he has slain countless men. He's a hero. Julia Calida has slain only one man. She is a murderer. He was an extremely controlling man. I couldn't live that way. We fought about it all the time. One of those fights I wish I could tell you he died for a better reason. That he was a criminal, but his cruelty was... This whole thing is their fault. When my brother Aulus finally invited me to dinner... Not exactly. They were setting me up for another... Everything was fine at first, and Aulus... Then suddenly, this ridiculous mule walks in. Burienus Crispus. Hey, not fair.
So far, you've killed only one husband.
Rome. Look. I am a murderer. And I pretty much. The moment I refused this new marriage they set up for me, Mother turned me in. Thank you. I hadn't noticed.
Your emotions are understandable.
There will be a hearing tomorrow where they will try me for the...
Matricide. It's a difficult situation.
Not by Roman standards.
I would certainly not use that line in front of the public. Please answer my question.
He was a bit full of himself. But actually, he didn't really do anything bad to me.
He didn't even whip you a little bit?
You think he could have?
Indeed not. A pity. This makes defense difficult.
Maybe you're right. But then I will be on the run for the rest of my life.
A great deal. You would be in my debt. It's a very complex case, and success is not guaranteed. I admire your loyalty. In a few years' time, I plan to run for consul. You will have to contribute a great deal to my campaign to pay me back for this.
Thank you. It would be impossible to repay you, but this means a lot to me. I feel like I'm multiple people in one. Julia Calida the warrior, and Julia Calida the murderer. I don't really know which one I am, but I can't be both.
We will see what happens. Walete, don't be late tomorrow.
All citizens, be aware that the vassal Queen Cleopatra of Egypt has come to the city. By order of the Senate, a festival shall be held in her honor on the Ides. Temples will be shut and no weddings celebrated.
I must hire 6 serwi to take an ox cart to Suessa and pick up a mill.
Wine to be provided.
That's a 6-day trip. That'll cost you 72 sestertii.
When can they leave?
In 2 days?
Deal.
I will not tolerate these hijinks in my court. Both parties to this case have selected me as your Iudex Privatus. Show some respect, or go find someone else to preside. Is that clear? Let us continue then. To the accused, I pose this question. Why did you kill your husband?
Be very careful, Khalida. I am here to argue on your behalf, but your answers will ultimately determine your fate.
Nevertheless, that was the outcome.
Intentions do matter. Many healers, in trying to cure a sickness, end up killing the patient. Does that mean the healer is a murderer?
What's your point, Senator? Was she trying to heal her husband? Your client isn't known as a healer.
Certainly not. She's one of the most capable warriors of Legio Victrix. We know she is—
Intentions. Very well. Let us assume that death was accidental. Was she loyal to her husband?
Of course you would not know that.
Must we endure constant heckling by the accused's mother?
It almost feels like you want your daughter convicted, Domina. Was it you who called on the court?
It was not. I did. I am the pater familias. We're both pretending to be someone we are not.
I do not understand exactly how you ended up in the Legion.
He's questioning your character. That was artfully done. You didn't speak an uncomfortable truth, but you also—
Lucullus was a great imperator. If he picked you, I think you are a dishonest person by nature. I'm growing tired of this proceeding, and frankly, I've more or—
We want her executed or
And we want her exonerated and free to walk the streets of Rome. I would ask the honored Iudex to take into consideration that my Cleons was once a friend of your nephew, Julius Caesar.
Very well. Since the incident in question happened years ago, evidence is in short supply. Thus, I must decide based on my own observations. Despite her generally deceptive personality and her unwomanly profession, I have concluded with reasonable certainty that Julia Khalida is not guilty. I have found myself unable to decide without a shadow—
Congratulations.
You know I had no choice, sister. It was my duty. But despite it all, I am glad you're free. I will try to remember that. Wale, sister.
An auction of fine Serwi will be held tomorrow by the House of Erasinus.
Awe, thank you for coming. An admirable quality fit for a true Roman. This is about your Servus, Secundus. It seems that last night he got quite drunk in his intoxic—
With all due respect, Domine.
On the contrary, it's actually a surprising—
Oh.
He's your Servus, is he not? His actions fall under your purview and responsibility. There's not much to say. The evidence is irrefutable. The other Servus was severely injured. Furthermore, there are criminal charges. In total, this means you will have to pay 200 denarii to the offended Dominus and 100 denarii to the state. You can—
This is ill-advised.
On what basis are you contesting the ruling? Well, it is a relevant question, actually. Witnesses claim there was a heat. No matter what the reason is, there is loss of labor. Perhaps some damage was still caused. There's nothing to be gained by resisting legal institutions. Perhaps some damage was still caused. Enough talking. My decision is made. You've made a good case, and your arguments are solid.
A champion fight will occur on the non... of this month between the legendary gladiators Carpophorus and Garnicus. This entertainment is provided for all the good citizens of Rome by the generous benefactor Marcus Licinius Crassus.
Hercules! What have you done? Silvius!
Who are you? Why did you kill that man?
No more blood needs to be spilled here. Please, just tell us what you want.
That does not sound like something I would do. How long? We're just a group of Nobody is hurt. I swear on you, no cap. The Senate has out. They've given in to popular. Listen, I'm certain we can come to some sort of agreement. You are bereaved. Do you seek compensation? Get your hands off me!
The bitch killed Silvius. She's mad. Stop her!
You want to try me too? I will kill you all if I must.
Save yourselves! Get the lictors! Get anyone!
Just one more. Should not be any trouble.
Don't hurt me, please! I would never. Find your clothes and get out.
The great Gaeso Quinctius Aquilinus. Your reputation precedes you. They told me you're here on business. So, let's discuss business. A curious demand based on nothing at all. You seem to have an inexplicable soft spot for this girl. Curiously, I don't think you even know her name. I see. That sounds very important indeed. She must be quite valuable to you. This sets the price at an extremely high level. Too high for you. I'd rather not. I would, however, his vineyard has risen to quite a bit of fame. The chance to make a competitor go bankrupt. Now, I have both money and time. Salve, Legate. I hope you have been informed as to the nature of our potential transaction. As you wish. As per your friend's request, I'm going to transfer the ownership of Asoa to you for a modest fee. I'm thinking I can be persuaded to part with Lucia, the Sewa in question, in exchange for, say, half your vineyards. How does that sound?
What? That is insane! It's not a fair price for anything! Surely you won't go ahead with this, Legate.
You do? Hush, Aquilinus. The grown-ups are talking. My clerk will write up the papers at once. As soon as you sign, the girl is yours.
The girls, you mean? I want my daughter as well.
You do?
What you want, my dear Aquilinus, is of no consequence. I have the one Sewa for sale, and that's it. I see. And let me guess. The easy way is I just hand over my valuable assets to you for nothing, and the hard way is what? You...
Certainly not. That would lower us to his level. We're not criminals. You can't wash dirt using dirt.
How do you even know about my side business? You certainly wouldn't dare.
To be honest, I don't really know if he is telling the truth. But I know for sure he would dare.
Very well. Take the girls. Just leave me alone. I never want to see you again.
Likewise. You didn't actually have any evidence against him, did you? You made me partner to your crime. He who doesn't stop a crime is equally at fault.
Please don't be so harsh on yourselves, Dominique. You've saved my life today. And the life of my daughter.
I hope you're right, Lucia. Go pick your girl up and take her to my friend's villa.
As you wish, Dominus.
Just Kaiso, please. Thank you for being here for me.
Queen of Egypt, in our villa.
Did you see her? She was beautiful.
Our Dominus really is moving up in the world.
Have a nice day.
Do you need me?
I've taken care of the payment. There's just one more matter we need to address. Secundus himself. An interesting decision. I will see to it that he's trained properly. Reasonably well, I think. I may begin tutoring.
Excuse me.
The Queen of Egypt, in my living room. Oh, it's such a shame she had to leave so soon. Imagine the gossip.
Another round? On me. You're right. I don't come here as often as I used to, for obvious reasons. But there's no denying the man still has the best wine in the city. You think so? Well, it comes with the territory, I guess.
Or your belly.
It's also significantly more difficult than being a Centurio. Especially considering your soldiers are there to die on your command. When it comes to family, your duty is keeping them alive. Why did you bring him up? Honestly, I don't give a shit. He deserved to suffer. And if justice means I'll never see my family again, not for me.
What was something serious?
Let me grab my sword. Gauls are attacking Rome, but that's suicidal.
Dominic, your mother may be in danger. We should check on her.
We'll save them. Do not worry.
They're coming this way! Run!
They're killing everyone! They're coming this way! Run!
Did anyone see where she went? I'll go get my blade.
Are you stupid? What can you do against these rabid ghouls? They're monsters.
Temple of Saturn. There's no way they will risk attracting his wrath.
Where are those accursed lictors when you need them?
Dead!
These buildings up here look wealthy.
Can anyone heal the healer?
Is the consul dead? I've heard the consul is dead.
Which one?
I don't know.
Go on without him. May the will of Tutatis invigorate you.
Burn the entire city down. We should flee to Ostia.
I heard they killed everyone in Ostia. It's
Keep moving. The Romans scatter before us like headless chickens.
This Servus is alive.
Domine! The barbarians are looking for Domina Claudiana. I told them you weren't here.
What if they're not randomly attacking one villa? What if they were sent to take out your family?
I don't know. My knowledge of their language is limited. I saw her stab one of the barbarians in the eye, and at least 4. That she was in the study when they came.
Which is where your sister went to protect your mother, probably.
Don't worry. We'll save them.
Domina.
Cowards! Face me!
Whoever takes the most helmets today shall dine at my long table!
Left me no choice.
Face them with courage! Fight for your lives and your freedom!
At last, we're nearly done.
Yes, find your courage! Write down your foes!
Make way! Make way, I said! She's fine. The screaming is good. It means she has enough life in her to be able to scream. It is your sister who worries me. She lost a lot of blood. It does not look good.
Don't worry about it. By the grace of Wester, they were not even in Rome.
Your mother will be well. Do not worry. As for Liwiana, you should rest. That's the best thing you can do now.
The Senate is bound to call a meeting. They'll surely declare war. We already have most of the team back together, except for one. Deianira is in the dungeon awaiting her execution. After this attack, I believe we may have the leverage we need to get her out of there. You should go and sort things out before you head to the Senate. We can't be sure we'll get another chance.
They finally let you in. Heard you had been trying to see me. It's good to see you too. You look well. More mature. I guess I have been here longer than I thought. No. Silvius was only one I came for. But it got away from me. He said they were there by own choice. I knew he lied. I hoped this guilt I carry every day would Her name was Tusa. She was 2 years young. She was my best friend. And we always won. You have done too much for me already. If I stay here and face my execution, maybe I will be redeemed in the eyes of the wise lord. You think it is like that? A merchant's scale where you can just put down good deeds to weigh up the bad? If what? Do you think you can see inside my mind? You think you understand me better than I understand myself? It is not the same. You bear no blame for those you wouldn't understand. There is no forgiveness without justice. There's no need to pretend you know anything about my god. I'm sorry. I know you mean well, but you never really listen to me anyway. I am sure you'll be fine with...
As per... As per today's augury...
Orcus, take your auguries, Cicero. The Gauls attacked us. Here, in Rome. Do we really need the gods' opinions to decide on today's relatio?
Webius Vitellius Lurco, you will respect the Senate and its procedures.
Then the Senate must respect the people of Rome.
The Senate is the people of Rome.
Our most esteemed senators and officials seem very much alive to my eyes. The same cannot be said for the men and women who were slain in Ostia. My own poor sister-in-law lies dead at the hands of rampaging barbarians. Frankly, I have no idea why her brother is keeping silent. I'd be outraged. I am outraged. Isn't it clear enough? For years, I've been talking about the possibility of an attack by Gauls. We've grown soft and too reliant on our supposedly higher civilization. Senators, Romans, we are the sons of wolves. We are proud as we should naturally be. But in our pride, we have grown docile and meek, allowing jackals to attack us without... They were laughing. With blood in their eyes, I say the time for philosophers is past. Now is the time for warriors.
I say, cease your populist posturing, Vitellius Lurco. Senators, we are at the heart of our republic, discussing...
And you behave like a spoiled child who is trying to wear his father's saddle.
Do not test me, Vitellius Lurco. Speak out of...
Watch and know your words, Cicero. You are speaking to a
You are as well. I hold the Imperium. I alone can determine the course of this discussion.
And maybe that's why this needs to change.
What?
Citizens, friends.
I'm not sure what you're
It's
playing.
my frustration talking. Even though I am your co-consul and still new to this world of politics. You are a man of words, Kicker. For this reason, I propose, with great humility, that this Senate should consider electing me as dictator until this situation... Obviously, we need to act fast. They do not have a set...
And that man is you, Lurko?
Vitellius Lurko may be consul, but that doesn't make him a skilled commander of legions. His experience in warcraft is...
I understand your concern. Honestly, I wish I was...
And we achieved...
It is difficult for a non-military mind to understand this. War causes death, true. But in this case, it will be to prevent even more death.
Honestly, I can only agree. He has amply demonstrated his skill and talent in military matters. If anyone, he should be the dictator.
I understand the reasoning, but you do realize the dictator needs to be a consul to begin with, right?
Then I shall go. I have no wish to fight another war, but it is better than sending this pretender.
Your lies are shameless, Pompeius. You are desperate to be made dictator.
My victories speak for themselves. I am best suited among us to prosecute this war.
Then why don't we call you Rex and bring back the old kingdom?
Cato?
What if I lead the war together with an experienced commander as my advisor?
And take one of your equally incapable lackeys with you? How would that help?
I shall lead a consular army into Gallia, in command of one half of our military might, while the other half is controlled by someone who has absolutely no reason to lie. What do you say to that, heir of Lucullus? Will you join forces with me? After all, these men are right. I need the support and the experience of a commander as skilled as you. You will be working for Rome. I can tell from your face...
It sounds like a reasonable compromise. If anyone dislikes...
That sounds fine to me. He has proven himself to...
Sure. What could possibly go wrong?
I can see there is no sense in trying to have a civilized conversation about this. Very well. Have it your way then. But we will not do this like animals. We still have to vote on it. If we execute this plan, it means Vitellius Lurko will be dictator for the duration of the Gallia campaign.
The war has already been declared.
All those in favor of this solution to the relatio?
Oh good. Exactly where I want to be. Surrounded by 6,000 men loyal to our archenemy.
Vitellius Lurko is the consul of Rome.
Awe legate. Sowete legionare. The consul was expecting you. Please lay down your weapons before you proceed. Of course I do. It would not change a thing if you were Jupiter Optimus Maximus himself. These barbaric lands are full of spies. I don't know. Are you? I am a simple legionarius, and if you do not do as I say, you'll have to try and kill me. A wise choice. We're not done yet. You may have a hidden Pugio or two underneath that armor. You will be strip searched.
Leprosy, Domine. She has a
I pledge to devote the remainder of my life to fighting for the glory of Rome.
Would you kindly drop that
All right.
Observant little bastard, isn't he?
The consul is waiting.
They're a bunch of jaded old men who have no taste for glory any longer. Why would they? They already fought and bled in...
Salve legate. Welcome to the land of Gallia. Not again. Bellius, what did you do this time?
This time? I did nothing out of the ordinary. In fact, I did
Insolent
exactly...
bastard! Get on your knees and apologize right now. You are hesitating. See this, Legate? This is what I have to deal with on a daily basis. I shall execute this cur for disrespecting you. As you wish. I know you have a soft spot for these foreigners, Legate. They lower the quality of our legions, if you ask me. Well, we are here to discuss strategy, so let us talk. First of all, I would like to express how your presence honors me, Legate. These Gallic barbarians, you wound me. I know, in the past, we haven't seen eye to eye. That is no... Don't forget that you are my brother-in-law. Come now. I'm sure you don't mean that. Your father... I am no stranger to... We may not need to find the exact people, for we all know they were Gallic. In other words, the culprit... I would never presume to... You are free to execute... A challenge. Oh, I like it. Unfortunately, our legions have a problem, and we need to solve that first. Commanding a massive consular army is comforting, but it also means we'll have to feed our legionari. And let me tell you, Legate, we don't have enough food. Price we pay for mobilizing fast. As such, we will have to strike a deal with the local tribes sympathetic to our cause. A couple of... You are a great warrior. You will take the lead? Of course, most certainly. This land is infested with numerous tribes, each ruled by the... They are called Diwatiacus and Dumnorix. One of the chieftains specifically requested your presence. So I say, let us human... Very well. I have the...
Were you in both Greece and Africa as well?
I sat Africa out.
All quiet.
I really wanted to join up and avenge Lucullus. But my wife had just given
Took
birth
a
and the farm
big
was
hit
going
on the
well.
side of my head when we took Alexandria.
The only thing you missed...
Legate, I am at your...
All
I feel you.
Good day.
Berber guy caught me square in the shoulder with a club. Now I can't raise my arm above my head.
I got this limp from...
Greece.
At your service.
Oh,
These blonde
See this tooth I'm
girls.
missing?
Oh no, right? It's like
I was sent
getting
over
a
to Legio. Ferratus camp with some supplies.
They sure are a strange bunch. Huh? The rumours I heard made them sound like a bunch of rookies.
Some of them are very wet behind the ears, but all the Conturi are.
Not now.
By the will of Tutatis, the Romans have arrived, as foretold.
It is your time to shine. Prove to me you're not just a mindless warrior, but also a skilled diplomat.
We are not Dumnorix. In your tongue we are called Divitiacus. He who was known as Dumnorix is a brother to us.
It is I, Roman. I am he who is known as the King of the World. Apologies do not revive the wrongfully slain. Do enlighten us as to the nature of the help you require, Roman.
And do you always get what you want? My name is for my friends. You may call me Vercingetorix, the king of warrior kings. I rule the Arwani. The Vitiacus and Dumnorix are my friends, and the Aedui whom they rule are allies of my people. I wish I could say it were nice to meet you, but under the circumstances that would obviously be absurd. That is what they call me, and what my name means in your language. I am the one who has united the tribes. The Vitiacus stubbornly defends his people's fragile and ill-advised alliance with the Romans. And Dumnorix is simply not fond of striking deals with bloodthirsty murderers. Let us say, I represent a kind of middle ground. You have much work to do if you wish to make up for the actions of your countrymen.
You will receive supplies. It is foretold.
My brother speaks out of turn, for he is not the leader of the Aedui. I am. We will give you the supplies you ask for, but expect no more from us, or you shall be disappointed.
He is the one who talks to the three deaths and cease this unprovoked invasion and leave immediately. Of course, I know your bloodthirsty nature will prevent you from doing that. You will not be satisfied until you've enslaved every single one of us. Feel free. What are you talking about? No one would attack Rome itself. That would be beyond insanity. Do you think my people are dumb?
Lies! The Roman is lying. He's trying to trick you. I told you this was a bad idea.
Even if one of the kings did harbor such ambitions, they would never act on them without my knowledge. That would be the stupidest method of usurping my non-existent throne.
A throne may look like a seat, but a true king enthroned needs no seat.
If what you say is indeed true, Roman, your attacker was no king. There are many warriors among us who offer their services to whom...
With all due respect, I believe that's beside the point. A savage attack was carried out by Gallic forces. It matters very little if they were hired or not.
It matters to me. Roman, you spin an intriguing yarn. I shall look into this, and if you're telling the truth, I shall find whoever's responsible. Meanwhile, stop attacking my people.
This is a joke to you. My people are being slaughtered. I see nothing to laugh about.
It seems like tact and subtlety are in poor supply. We will see each other again, if Tyrannus wills it. Until then, I grant the Aedui Limited permission to engage in trade with the Romans.
The Aedui alone, I assume.
Of course. It's not like the Eburones would deal with the Romans anyway.
You shall not. Trade is a matter of peace.
I believe there's nothing more to discuss at this juncture. Until we meet again. Ueleti.
The time has come. Let us speak now. Our brother left now, for now was the time for him to leave. Of details, there is not much to discuss. Then it is not enough. We speak only when there are things. The question is well phrased. To make use of the supplies we will give you, you must. It is a threat. You do not know Orgetorix. You don't, and now you will. Orgetorix is the leader of the Helvetii. The Helvetii are currently gathering in order to attack and destroy your legions. You have invaded our lands. The people of the mountains to the east of here. We stand for peace. He is an honorable king. He is strong, courageous, and wealthy.
Ordinarily, I would prefer to avoid bloodshed. But a preemptive attack seems like the most sensible action here. Your opinion is noted. In this case, I believe you are wrong. Killing Orgetorix should prove how powerful our legions are, and send a clear message to other Gallic tribes. It is your duty to follow my command. You think I shall lead the frontal attack with Legio Ferrata, while you circle around with your Speculatores. Trapped between us, Orgetorix should fall quickly. The rest will disperse once the head of the snake is severed. I am merely getting out of your way. After all, when it comes to this in the unlikely event that something goes wrong, it was him who provided the
The three care not about emotions. That which is to be done will be done. Have you need of us? Then we address you.
surely...
I'm not saying I think we should fight these kids, but their parents must have left them some things. There might be valuables in these homes. These are old trees. They've grown thick and strong. It would be valuable.
Ready to deploy the Legion. Consistite lato ferri. Our ranks have reached the enemy lines. Frontum extended! One of our manifolds is about to break! Starte! Starte! We are victorious! Salchies operandate!
Us! By Tyrannus, how did they get behind our lines?
Let's see if you can get through my shield. Let's see what you've got. And shoot if you can see them. all too easy. Defend this area!
Does this hurt? Good, that means you're fine.
May worms and maggots penetrate your corpse!
Medicaid! It's all right. You're going to live.
Only one remains. This was easy. I shall rise again. I'm sorry, friends. It's too much.
I'm on your side.
This was a bad idea.
Enemies.